Hello and welcome back to Do Not Take This Cat Home. Today, we are going into the dream inside the dream. You're walking. Right, of course. It's the first time in a while that you felt like going out. And you're actually glad that you did. The weather is absolutely perfect today. That's a good sign, right? Maybe your luck is finally starting to turn around. You tentatively allow yourself to feel excited for the possibilities of where you could go or what you could do, maybe even who you could meet. You're so deep in thought that you almost miss it. Huh? What was that? Curiously guiding your steps, you follow the sound to the entrance of a lonely alleyway. The sunlight only just manages to reach down in between the tall buildings on either side. You timidly enter the alley and walk forward, the loose gravel and scattered debris on the ground softening your steps. Finally, the sound source comes into view in the warm, almost ethereal light of the alley. At the end of the alley, in a big cardboard box, is a cat. Huh, guess that should have been obvious. It's an interesting looking cat. Its pretty yellow eyes shine like gold among the dark sea of its black fur. It puts its front paws up on the edge of the box and looks up at you. So, you look so familiar, right? Then again, it is a cat. Not many different ways for a standard black cat to look, after all. This one sure is a cutie, though. Just look. It's not glaring at you or hissing at you for getting this close like other stray cats have in the past. It's just sitting there, patiently, waiting for you to do something. Do not take the cat home. Sadly, as cute as the cat is, you'd never take this thing home with you. You just can't take it home with you. You're a responsible adult. You are. With rent and bills to pay for. Not to mention you need to buy food to survive, too. There's no way you could care for a cat long term, right? You can barely afford this little outing on your day off. What to do? What to do about the hungry kitty? Look around the area. You glance around the dark, dingy alley and only see garbage bags, trash bins, empty cardboard boxes, and scattered litter here and there. If there was something for the cat to eat, surely it would have found it by now, right? But you don't want to just give up so easily. You keep looking. You look and only see garbage. You sniff and only smell garbage. You listen and you don't judge. What's that? You just barely make out the sound of faint scurrying by a trash bin a few feet away. Quietly, oh so quietly, you creep over to the bin and you lunge. You weren't very graceful in your attempt. You'd stumble and knocked over a stack of nearby boxes full of more trash. But as you stand up, grasped in your hand is a small mouse. The mouse squeaks and shrieks in distress, wriggling and struggling desperately in your grip. You're holding it too tightly and carefully for it to be able to bite or scratch you, though. It wears itself out eventually and looks up at you with black eyes. It's completely at your mercy. I mean, we caught the mouse because we were trying to feed the cat. Oh, feed the mouse. Oh, his eyes got so big. The mouse looks scared, as if it can sense your intentions. It weakly starts to struggle again. The mouse is reluctant. Feed mouse to cat. You feed the mouse to the cat. The cat tears it apart instantly. The mouse's pained squeaks and squeals pierce through you until they're abruptly cut off. Satisfied, the cat mews happily at you, red tinting its fangs. The cat curls up in its now blood-stained box and goes to sleep. You take the chance to leave. A well-fed cat will likely follow you home, after all. And cute as the cat is, you really can't afford a pet right now. Still, feeling a little guilty about the mouse, you decide to just go home. After a long walk home, you finally enter your apartment. You head straight for your room and collapse on your bed, falling into a fitful sleep. Later, you wake up. Oh no. To squeaking and scurrying noises all around you. So loud and constant, they sound like screams. In the darkness of your room, you see the shifting shadows of hundreds of mice surrounding your bed. Oh, great. Now the mice are getting revenge. You try to run. Ah! But you cry out as twin lances of pain race up your legs. You fall off the bed in your attempt to escape. The hordes of mice dodging you as you crash to the ground. You You can't stand up. Looking back and squinting in the dark, you just about make out the source of your pain. The flesh and tendons of your heels and ankles are mangled. Bitten through your socks. Oh, those are socks. Okay, I was like, dang, those are weird looking feet. No, no, leave me alone. Desperate, you crawl with only your arms towards the door. The mice descend upon you, biting into your skin, gnawing away pieces of you. You start to fade in and out of consciousness, but you still reach up for the doorknob. Your arm heavy, weighed down by the mice clinging to it with little claws and tiny teeth. You manage to jostle the knob enough for the door to slowly swing open. But your outstretched arm suddenly falls to the ground, lifeless. The mice manage to chew through the flesh and bone of your now dismembered limb. As a few mice creep forward to curiously inspect your arm, you stare blankly at it for a moment before sliding your gaze up. In the newly opened doorway sits a familiar looking mouse. It stares at you, the darkness in its beady black eyes. You can't begin to measure their depths. Nor the hatred pouring out from within them. All of it aimed at you. Ah! You collapse, head hitting the floor as your other arm is eaten away as well. You're not sure how you're still conscious. The pain should be indescribable. And yet, you just feel a cold sense of loss. The mice have clustered along your back now, gnawing and ripping their way between your shoulder blades. Into your back, into your chest. You weakly cough up blood. They must have damaged something important. You feel something being pulled out of you. And in between the moments that blankets the darkness, fade out your vision, you hear something wet plop on the ground in front of you. You pry your eyes open and see it in front of the mouse. Weirdly shaped, red with your blood, and pulsing, and oh, that's your heart, isn't it? The other mice all descend upon it, abandoning your half-eaten body. You're losing a lot of blood. You feel sleepy, but you also feel anger? Yes. So much anger. How dare they? How dare they? Last thing you see before your vision fails you is a pair of glowing eyes leering in from the darkness beyond the doorway. You can hear squeaks and shrieks of terror all around you. Low yowls, deep snarls, gnashing teeth, tearing flesh. As your remaining senses leave you, you smile weakly with the last of your strength when something with soft, slightly damp, and sticky fur nuzzles your cheek. Good kitty. Ending 27. Well fed. Spare the mouse. Sorry, kitty. Are you sure? Spare the mouse. You can hear the cat's stomach growling. It must be so hungry. It must be starving. Spare the mouse. Now he's mad. You know the cat is hungry. Why are you hesitating? You caught prey for the cat's sake, didn't you? Are you really going to value the life of a filthy rodent more than the cat's? Spare the mouse. You're mocking me, aren't you? Last chance. Hand over the prey. Now. Spare the mouse. You let the mouse go. It scurries away, squeezing into a tiny hole in the wall. But you don't pay it much mind. You don't flinch as a giant clawed paw slowly falls in front of you, blocking your path to the alley's entrance. Not that you had any delusions about escaping. The cat is hungry after all. You close your eyes in acceptance as the paw gently pulls you back and back and ending 26. A life spared. We have a new option. Blood. I didn't look too happy about it. The cat lets out a sad, pleading little sound. It's hungry. It must be starving. So, you look around and see a nearby shard of glass. Your body moves as if it knows what to do, what needs to be done. You take the shard and why would you do that? You know why. You carefully hold your finger over the cat. Dark red blood beads at the wound. Before growing heavy enough to drip into the cat's open, waiting jaws. It mews happily at you. You smile warmly and lower your hand into the box, stroking the cat's cheek before letting it lap gently at your bleeding finger. When the flow gets weak and the cat meows for more, you squeeze below the wound, coaxing more blood out. You feel a strange but welcoming sense of comfort from the odd exchange. A being other than yourself was hungry, and you were able to provide it substance. A small wrong in the world made right, even if so strangely done and only temporarily. Ironically, it's at that moment that you start to feel dizzy. You didn't think you were losing that much blood. You slump against the cat's box and listen to it mew in distress. Sorry, kitty. I can only give you so much. You think it sounds worried about you, or at least you'd like to think so. Yeah, it's not worried about me. It could just want more blood as well. The cat hops out of the box and into your lap, nuzzling at your stomach and meowing unhappily. You wish you could ease its concerns, but it's not like you can just talk to each other. You can't help but try to remember the last time you talked to anyone, actually. If you were to die here and now, in this alley, how long would it take for someone to realize you were missing? That you were gone? Your thoughts are interrupted when the cat yowls loudly, tensing up in your lap. You don't have time to wonder why, as a voice rings out from the entryway to the alley. Hello? Hey, you! Are you alright? You don't answer. You don't think you can. Your voice feels locked away, deep, deep within you. The cat looks up at you with a long stare, as if assessing you. It looks back towards the voice, and with a final nuzzle to your stomach, it hops out of your lap. Oh no. Walking towards the alley's entrance. But then it starts to shift as oh no. That is not good at all. Its face opens up. It peels back and opens again. Writhing tendrils peeking out from where you'd think its mouth should be. The stranger's silhouette freezes in the light beyond the alley. What the hell is... But they don't have the chance to finish their question. The tendrils converge into one before shooting out of the cat's jaws and piercing into the stranger's shoulder. Ah! Ah! They let out a pained cry, a fearful yell. They claw at the tendrils, trying to pull them loose. But to no avail. You can't seem to process their screams. You stare at the creature before you. so different from the cat who mewed out of concern for you earlier. Ooh, we got more options. Let's let the cat feed. He deserves it. As a treat. Ah! Someone! Help me! Help! Oh, help! You look away as the creature devours the stranger, draining them until they're nothing but a husk of bone, skin, and clothes heaped on the floor. You feel awful, but what could you do? The creature is also a living thing. Shouldn't it be allowed to eat what it needs to? Does it not also have a right to do what it must to survive? You ignore the voice in the back of your head that questions if there could have been another way. It's not like you tried to see if it could eat anything other than blood. Human blood. Now, did you? The creature purrs as it rubs its side into your arm. You realize that after a bit of rest, you've already started feeling better. But you also think that something inside you feels a little broken too. You're just not quite sure what it is yet. You stand and hold out your arms. Still hungry? The creature trills happily and hops into your outstretched arms. Let's go then, yeah? You leave the alley together. You go out into the world together. The cat is hungry, and it will be hungry often from now on. Very often. Oh my jeez. Was not expecting that. Screams of fear and terror follow you both wherever you go. And without thought or care or concern for any of it, you just stand back and watch. Ending 29. All you can eat, blood fay. Stop the cat. You can't. You can't let this happen. You shakily crawl forward and weakly grab at the conjoined tendrils that pulse as they drain the stranger's blood. When you tug as firmly as you're able, the tendrils pulsing halts, and the cat turns to you. It makes a strange trilling noise that sounds like a question. But you have no answer. You can't even understand the question. So you simply scoop up the creature, the cat, cradling it in your arms. You gaze almost longingly at the light beyond the alley's entrance. You don't know what's going on, but you just can't sit by and watch someone else be eaten so viciously. Not when they try to see if you were okay. Not when you could offer yourself instead. You think the stranger is set free, because after the sound of shoes hastily scuffing on the pavement fades into the distance, you feel something sharp pierce your back. It feels thin, almost like a needle. So the pain passes quickly as your body adjusts to the intrusion. You're sure it wasn't so thin when it skewered through the stranger's shoulder earlier. But as you feel your blood leave your body slowly, as if being pumped out, it gets harder to think and your vision starts to fail you. The creature in your arms makes a soft sound. You hold it as tightly and closely to you as your weak arms can manage. This is fine. You're okay with this. You don't know if this will change anything. Surely, the cat will get hungry again at some point after you're gone and no longer an option. But, at least this time, you were able to save someone. Ending 28. Personal Care Package. Alrighty, that will be it for today. Like this video if you liked it, and subscribe to go on more kitty cat adventures. Check out my Patreon, where I do achievement hunting and continuing longer games like Cult of the Lamb. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.